just like you. That's adorable. Welcome, everybody. Last series of the night, Gaimin Gladiators versus Parivision.
Now stayed in a British accent.
I'm not going to do that. Ted just whipped around at the idea, at the mere thought of me attempting to do a British accent.
You know he's from Bournemouth?
Bournemouth.
How embarrassing.
That's not even a real place. I believe it's pronounced Bournemouth. There's an S in there, by the way.
No, it's the other way around.
No.
Anyway, this is the highlight of the day.
Gaimin Gladiators?
Gaimin versus Parivision.
I know you love casting Gaimin Gladiators.
This is a real test for Gaimin because they've been on the up. They've had some games where they've looked pretty good. They're starting to gel.
They are 5-1.
They're over the boot camp jet lag. They're owning.
Yeah.
But this is the real test, right? Can you beat Parivision? Because they are dominating this season so far.
Well, I would say beating Parivision is not... I mean, it's possible. It's just not what I'm expecting. I think getting a tie for Gaimin Gladiators in this series would be magnificent.
It's a loser mentality, Austin.
Well, maybe I'm just a loser, baby.
Well,
so why don't you kill me?
Okay. Straight into the puns. I get it. I am interested to see what this satanic Kunkka is going to do.
Yeah, when did Kunkka become the safe lane hero?
I don't think he has. We're about to find out what it looks like.
People are building him that way, right? The mid Kunkkas, the off lane Kunkkas, go in the Radiance, Blade Mail Radiance, right? So why can't you just rush Radiance from the safe lane?
Yeah, I think that's what he's going to do. This is definitely turning into a Radiance patch. Again, you got to follow the items, right? Not the heroes. And if there's a Radiance patch, Kunkka's a great Radiance carrier. It does put you in a position where you lack a little of the direct physical damage with this lineup. You're really magic heavy with the Darkseer Kunkka dual core here.
Yeah.
I do like the Ember pick. I did not want them running Terrorblade Kunkka Darkseer. It just didn't seem great to me. So I kind of like that they pivoted and put this Ember. Gives them a lot more pace, a lot more early game damage and fighting. But you are going to have to make up for the lack of physical somewhere.
Tofu, First Blood still available, and it is got by Ducalis.
Super nice find. Didn't even need an X point. Just gets the rundown. We have seen Gaimin play really well around this keeper. It's been a hero that has been mixed results for them, but overall has looked fairly strong. I think they're the best team at abusing it right now. They really take advantage of the recalls, move around the map super fast. It fits their kind of aura push, timing-oriented play style. You can play super fast behind all the Quinn heroes.
Didn't we say it was a potential crutch for them? Because it was one of the only ways they looked good.
But a crutch is only a crutch if you're dependent on it. And it's only a crutch of dependency if someone comes and kicks it out from under you. If nobody comes and kicks it out, well, then you just have a third leg.
Okay. Thank you, Avery.
Words of wisdom here. The EP shift of DreamLeague.
Words to live by, for sure.
What are you laughing at?
I just didn't expect you to be talking about the third leg on this broadcast. So.
Well, if you were expecting it from anyone, you should have been expecting it from me, Austin. That was your first mistake.
That is true. That is true.
Also, this mid matchup, very interesting mid matchup. I would put my money on
Ember.
I would put my money on Sand King just because of the caustic. Kind of hard for Ember to deal with early. But you are a low armor hero going into the mid game. You're not going to have an armor item super early, and these Light of Fist can hurt.
Well played. Quinn protects his century.
Nice. I feel like this lane, as it goes longer and longer, Ember's happier. The first few minutes, Sand King's in a free farm, and that's just a question of who can get more around the map.
They'll get another swing in, then throw the branch at him. Easy kill for Watson.
I feel like Watson's been stepping up. He's slowly stepping up little by little.
Okay. I think some of that is comfort. He's playing with his best bud and Malady.
That helps. Dota's more fun when you play with friends.
That's...
I've been told.
Debatable.
Most of the time. So is the Psycho.
No one really needs this. He really needs the water run. He's going to make sure he gets it. Chaining up Quinn, gets the refill, and the other one gets protected by Ducalis. So
I mean, he's doing fine this lane. He's doing absolutely fine. If he got his water runes denied even when he's... Oh, another chains into the set. I mean, what was that from Quinn, though? That was
Quinn is dead? Okay, he did have some stick charges.
Not looking too hot.
Tofu helps him out, burrow strike away. Quinn just wanted to make sure he doesn't die to a slight at the end of it.
There's a salve here, as long as you don't get this canceled. Yeah, a lot of early support rotations. This is Gaimin's MO. So if you're Parivision, you're just trying to match him here. Make sure your last pick Ember has as good a game he's going to get. Not happy about that little blast, but he'll manage. You got to start thinking about the stacks too. That's the one advantage Sand King has in this matchup. Even if the lane's completely, even if you build up the stacks for Quinn, you can go in there with a Sandstorm Epicenter and get mega fat. No one's not going to be too happy about it.
Well, the Collis doesn't really stop the stacking.
No. And your stacks are getting cleared through by the Darkseer, who has given up on this top lane. No surprise, it's a Darkseer Terrorblade lane. I don't think you're doing much to a Tiny up there. So straight into the jungle.
Malady is thinking about walking up there. He's going to join Quinn, perhaps, in the mid lane. Maybe together they can... I mean, you're always going to push this lane in, so what else are you going to do? No one's just going to pull back into the tower anyway. Don't think you're killing him.
It'd be very difficult to kill no one. Yeah, I'm not sure I like this rotation for Gaimin. I think they should have come for 6-minute power rune. I think this was early. You're not going to be able to play through this catapult right here. You just don't have the lockdown and the damage to do it early. Nonetheless, they'll get some more stacks up, and they should be able to secure this rune as Ducal still eyeing it up. That is not a rune you want to contest, my friend.
No.
Well, unlucky spawn, but it will be a very good rune for Quinn in that haste.
Yeah, they got to be careful in this top lane. They do not have any information about what that rune is. Watson being pressured by 9 class with the Ion Shells right now. Doesn't go for the dive.
Made a play on Ace and it forced the TP out of Quinn. That's a bad TP to give up when you have this haste rune.
Oh, yeah. He had the opportunity to certainly make some plays somewhere else, but the 9 class, not going to burn out.
Can't keep getting away with this.
Does keep getting away with it. Did Lacoste call him 9-ass earlier, or did I hallucinate that?
I don't know. I stopped listening to Lacoste a long time ago.
Oh, okay. Well, here comes Quinn now. Not popping the haste rune yet.
He wants that Wisdom Shrine.
Yeah, okay, there's another mid hero that on the list of heroes that plays for Wisdom Shrine. Yeah, he's just going to walk up there. Epicenter.
What you going to do about it?
What are you going to do?
I guess they're going to bring everybody.
Well, the Epicenter's going to go off. TM is going to outrun it. They try and all in on Quinn, but the shrine is taken.
He's waddling it off.
And he runs away successfully. Now, Malady is going to die for this. Parivision rotate a lot of heroes over to protect the area. They still traded, though, because Satanic got the shrine on the other side of the map.
That's a big play from him. Solo secures it. It's like Gaimin were so thinking about stealing this, they just forgot to secure the other one.
And it helps the fact that somehow Satanic is level 6 by 7.
To be fair, Ace is also level 6. It's mainly been a solo XP lane, as the support's been rotating to mid or stacking. They're going to make the play for him with the splitter.
Lead off with the ice pass. Slow him down with the blood grenade. Get off the primal split. And as tanky as he is with the boat, Gaimin Gladiators can just keep running at him.
Yeah, he's dead. You can toss him at the end here. Nowhere to go.
Even bringing a 4th hero to the mix, just to make sure Watson, no longer sitting in his safe lane, will pressure the enemy safe lane tower.
I like that rotation. You're going to get this tower down really fast with the tree hits. You're not going to lose your tower top. It's just a support Terrorblade hitting it. There's no trade for Parivision right now on the map. And you still have all these stacks on your triangle waiting to get cleaned up by the Sand King. Early game's looking pretty strong for Gaimin. Oh, they're not going to get the tower, though. No one.
He's going to get a double off of this. Gaimin Gladiators, what happened there? They just assumed the tower was going to be given to them?
They got too greedy.
They really did.
I don't think Watson had to go top that fast. It just kind of creates an opening that no one takes advantage of, and now you do get the tower from the creep past it. You gave up a lot more than that for that than you should have. Still back into the stacks here for Quinn. He'll be happy to gobble these up.
Yeah, with Epicenter coming up in a second, I imagine he uses it for the Ancients.
Doesn't want it.
Okay. It'll be a little slower, though. I always feel like just use it because you're not close to Blink Dagger anyway, right? So
it's not too much faster, though. Maybe now he wishes.
Yeah, I wish he had used it because now no one's going to be in here. He's going to take some of the last hits. He's certainly taking a decent amount of the experience. And in overall, just being a nuisance.
Massive nuisance around the map. They will not have lockdown plus burst damage for this guy until the Tiny's willing to join them, or the Sand can really scale up the damage here.
Yeah, Burrow Strike and the Ice Path is kind of their only options, which Malady just walked away, so I don't think they would have killed him, but they could have done a bit more damage.
It's hard. It's really hard.
And instead, it's probably going to be Tofu as he walks up kind of blind.
Gaimin are really forcing this mid-play.
Yeah, losing that hero means that 10-minute Power Rune is contestable, and Quinn is not going to be able to get the amp damage. DM came along for the ride. Now he's going to slow down Quinn with a beautiful wall. Ice Path kind of blocking out some of these heroes. No one actually taking a lot of damage. He is going to be able to remnant back to low ground and be fine thanks to a Fairy Fire he had. Meanwhile, Satanic got the solo kill on Ace. How did that one happen?
Ran him down with Tidebringers. 1,500 solo damage from Akunko. He wore through his HP and just boated his ass. You don't see that every day. Just in a straight outplay.
Well, Brewmasters continue to struggle here. 9 Class going to make a Sunder move. Smoked up at 125 HP.
What a kill this would be if you could get this.
If Watson reacts fast enough, though,
yeah, he just killed.
He could just avalanche kill him.
You're looking.
That's why DeCall is going to lead it. DeCall is going to lead off with the disables first. They spot him with the reflection, hit him with the Hex. 9 Class, Shackle. They're going to get him with the Thunder, and now Watson's going to be quite low. Still, it's a combo, though, onto both DM and, well, the Shadow Shaman certainly dead. DM'd half HP as he walks away. Still had the Surge.
That did not work according to plan.
Yeah, maybe if 9 Class was like 10 HP. Epicenter goes off. Quinn is not healed. Tofu not level 6. And no one with the slight dodges a decent amount of the damage.
1v2, putting in work, almost level 10 now. This matchup has not worked out for Quinn, and Parivision have done a really good job counteracting Gaimin's pressure around that mid lane. Not an easy hero on this last pick Ember to go into. They've really forced it, and they have paid some big prices for it. No one set up for success here. He's going to have that Ion Shell and some auras behind him. He's going to be a tanky, high-damage boy in these early team fights. What do you have for the Ember? You don't have Dispels. You don't have crazy insta-lockdown. You can burrow into Ice Path. You can bring the Tiny in. Maybe Watson needs to go earlier Blink or Shadow Blade here to give more threat around the map.
Does kind of feel that way. Level 6 is up for Malady. So they've got some serious damage, and they know the Sunder was already used, so pretty free kill.
I'll ask you a question. They'll turn the turntables, as they say.
As they do.
Do you think 9 Class will fall off in the next month or two? Do you think he
With
is...
a patch change?
No.
Okay.
Listen to the question, Weston. Do you think he has played out his tricks, so to say, and people are going to get more used to him? They're going to get more used to his play style. They're going to understand what this guy's trying to do. It's not the, oh, what's he doing with his Terrorblade? Oh, what's he doing with this Slark? It becomes more meta. People get more used to him. And his impact on these niche heroes will slowly trickle down.
Satanic gets off the boat. They need a little bit more damage, and they are not going to have it unless the Illuminate Blast clipped him, but it didn't kill him. Primal Split goes off now.
That needed to go off earlier.
Yeah, it did. You needed to commit that just to get the kill on Satanic.
He called a Tiny hide behind a tree.
I mean, you can get a combo on him. Is he going to die, though? Burrow Strike to follow it up. Almost, but the vacuum comes through, and now they're stuck in the wall. Oh, no. They go from like 50 HP left on no one to getting wiped out on 2 cores and maybe 2 supports. Ace is going to come through, hits him with the clap, finish them off with crit.
Okay.
344 damage. Now 9 Class with the Ion Shell is going to try and run down Malady. And he will get that kill.
Still looking for more. All these illusions.
Tofu. Full Luminant Blast. That'll do a little bit of damage, not much.
Yeah, there's no way you're bringing this Panda down.
He's got another Surge on DM, but too far to run in.
I mean, the fact they got the Ember salvages that a lot.
Look at 9 Class. He's trying to get another Sunder play.
He does have the Glimmer Cape.
TP's coming. Oh my god, he's going to blink after him still. Slowing him down with the Epicenter. Watson is catching up. I mean, Parivision just mass rotated to help Satanic on the bottom lane. Gaimin Gladiators knew there was no way they could bail him out at top as well.
Big find to regain some momentum for the Sand King. So some missed execution from Gaimin, but they return it. Get a couple big pickoffs.
I think Night Class is more prone to falling off because of the hero change rather than his playstyle. I think maybe his playstyle becomes slightly less effective, but I think it is more that his hero pool is incredibly unique. I think that is more likely to affect him.
Oh, what a find.
That was a nasty one. Looking for more slight chains. Tofu's behind him here. Can he bail him out? Avalanche on 2. Turn around with a macro pyre. Ice Path. It only hits the 1 there, locking down DM while no one, not giving a damn, pushes forward and gets the Jakiro underneath the tier 2. Avalanche, but now he's Ion Shelled. Slight will dodge a bit of the damage, and he zooms away.
So damn strong with this Mage Slayer. Already done. He had a regen rune running, Ion Shell on top of him. It's early skirmish power from this Parivision lineup is crazy. I'm surprised Gaimin are giving it to him that much, especially when big core heroes go down early and you don't have the primal split. If you have all your heroes up and you have primal, sure, you can fight back. You have an early Radiance, you have these Coddle Blasts going through, but getting run down like that, not a situation you want to join. No one's just beast in that type of setup. I think he will fall off a little bit. Not trying to, like, you know, curse him out or anything, but I think it happens a lot.
Okay,
you have a player come into Dota, and for a year he has a very unique playstyle, and he's doing a lot of things different, and he's being really annoying, and then that shock factor or the surprise factor goes away, and his impact dwindles a little bit, right? It doesn't mean he's suddenly a terrible player, but it does shrink a little. We've seen it with a lot of the really unique, interesting players in Dota history.
Of course he's going to fall off a little bit, but I would say that it's far more likely that he has a significant fall off due to a patch change.
But that's
maybe his sniping, his couriers aren't as effective. He's not able to do the creep pulling that he likes to do. His hero pool becomes far less unique and less effective in the draft.
But my point is that can affect any player equally.
I would disagree with that.
Oh, you would, huh?
Yeah. There are definitely some players who are way more hero dependent than others.
Who?
Okay, would you like to compare, let's say, 9 class to crit?
No, I would not.
Okay, why not?
I decline your option and thus win the debate. Yeah, I mean, if you're a wider hero pool player, you're in theory more immune to the patch. Negating your playstyle is you're gonna all in the
class is gonna get blown up here. Gaimin Gladiators have had enough of his nonsense, and that's part of the power of 9 class. He kind of just annoys you and spurs you into action. Sometimes you overplay your hand as a result.
Couldn't get another tornado lift. And
sticking around, Quinn.
That's Essence Ring if you can get it
lock
off.
him down for a while with the Serpent Wards. Oh, they got the boat, and Satanic is coming here to finish him off. Now Satanic leading the charge. X on another, pulling back into boat. That's going to be Watson. Under assault. Can Gaimin Gladiators defend him? Not really. They just have overwhelming amounts of damage, even as Watson puts out a good avalanche combination. Parivision, they're going for the full kit and caboodle. They're trying to wipe out every hero of Gaimin Gladiators here. X pulled back into Torrent. Ace fighting against 2 right now. Satanic is almost burned out. Ace might be able to catch him, but it's like chains. It holds him back for now. Ace, now he's going to be kited even more. X into another Torrent, and just outplayed by Parivision.
I kited this fight beautifully.
And look at 9 class. He was here, ready to go with the Thunder if it was required.
No one's just way too strong. Had another crazy good power rune for that fight in the Arcane. Does so much work as he leads this Vanguard. And of course, Satanic leading the damage chart, surviving that entire fight with that Radiance running. I am surprised Gaimin stayed there when your Primal goes down and your Sand King dies. You need to get the hell out. That is not a skirmish you're going to win. You have to respect the early fighting power here from this lineup before you have big aura items. If you have something like Pipe or Glimmers plus a Mage Slayer own or something, you can negate some of this magic damage, sure, you can hang around.
Yeah.
But you got none of that right now. You have a single Glimmer on the Coddle. That's all the survivability you have. So if you are really depending on your spell power, In fact, the pipe will be finished for DM here first. That's a massive pickup.
Malady just throwing out the Macropyre, trying to burn out the creep wave.
It just feels like the items are more impactful for Parivision right now. They have the pipe, they have the Mage Slayer. They're negating the magic damage battle that is occurring between this Sand King Brew, Darkseer Ember. What do you bring to the table right now if you're Gaimin?
Yeah, what is the Brewmaster bringing to the table?
Radiance, that's pretty good. Got a level 2 ult available in 5 seconds. He's got to toss a big core target. That's his big impact in the fight. If you can toss the Darkseer, you can dispel a lot of these buffs. You can negate some of that impact, but the damage has to come through from somebody, and that has got to be the Sand King or the Tiny in this game.
I don't know. It just feels like another situation where his damage isn't very threatening, and Parivision are just going to be able to push through and kill his Brewlings. They have another AoE damage dealer, this time being the Kunkka, right? He just cleaves. The Pandas are like half HP from one hit.
I wonder if he's going to go more of a hybrid Kunkka build as well, right? You get this Radiance, BKB, Sanjin, Yasha, AC, maybe even some later Daedalus or something.
Yeah, yeah.
Abyssal, and these cleaves are going to hit really hard.
Gold for my top.
Yeah, you're not doing some super early Roshan in this game if you're Parivision, but you're going to scale pretty well here. Just the sustain you bring in the team fights. That's not the kind of team fight Panda generally enjoys.
X marks the spot.
I wouldn't be surprised if Ace considers a more right-click heavy build as well to just try and scale in this game and be a bigger threat.
I guess.
Don't underestimate that right-click Panda with some of the later talents and the...
Gold for my
Yeah, but I feel like I only see that succeed when like it's a Brewmaster who's already winning the game. I don't think I've ever seen a Brewmaster falter in the early mid-game and then come back as a late-game beast. Avery's entering his Mind Palace right now, trying to go through every Brewmaster replay he's ever watched. At some point, he's going to come out with a date. August 5th, 1995.
No, actually, it was August 9th, 2018. It was an ESL Game 4. I can't think of one, no, unfortunately.
So you concede a second debate.
No, I can't think of one.
Okay. Are you going to share with the class or what?
I didn't know you were interested. Thanks for asking us. I remember there were a couple 33 Brewmaster games when he started bringing it back to the meta where he got sacked that offlane pretty bad, and he just recovered and was a huge late game.
Did he go...
He had some rough starts on that hero, and I doubted a lot. And then he just found a way to have high impact in the fights.
Did he go right-click?
No, he did not.
Okay, well, my
Maybe
point
he
stands.
should have. Maybe he should have. You know?
Even more AoE. 9 class, yeah, he has an armlet, by the way. So,
Armlet.
he is...
I like how he took the Gossamer. So he's like Gossamer Glimmer.
So he
like,
doesn't
I'm not
get-
going to get one shot this
He
time.
clicked, yeah.
I'm going to get in there. I'm going to sunder you. You're not going to like it. Or he'll instantly die. A true
Sorry, 9 class.
50-50.
Nobody's coming. Nobody's coming.
This is the spirit of eternal envy.
If you saw this in a pub, you are 100% reporting this guy.
I just reported
Like, he's
it right
just
now.
AFK, armlet
Oh yeah, this
toggling.
is mega grief.
Dire are scanning.
Oh, mega grief.
Radiant's middle
You're just doing this for
tower is
draft
under
value.
attack.
You get to pick this Terrorblade early, and then when they put a bunch of counter picks into it, oh, haha, we actually aren't playing carry Terrorblade.
All right, well, he got the D ward before he dies.
That's true. I mean, you got to start thinking about Roshan here.
And 9 class is like, now. Now they're confident. They're going to come up here. Somebody's going to farm this wave, and then they're going to say, let's go through the gate.
It's a nice HP pool you have there, Ace. Be a shame if somebody sundered you to 0.
Oh, it's this scan. Is he gonna Glimmer Cape in?
He's going.
He's going for it. He's not at 0 though. He needs to be at 0. Oh no. Okay, he's gonna get a Jakiro kill. but it wasn't the sweet, sweet core kill I was promised. Now he's gonna die.
That was kind of underwhelming. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, come on.
That cannot be worth him sitting up there for 2 minutes to kill a Jakiro who was probably dead anyway. I don't even think he had to sunder him to kill him.
No,
He could have just walked up.
Well, okay, they still get the Brewmaster, though.
Was that because of him, though?
Hey, is he
There's
going to die?
recalls coming in. Gaimin gonna fight
It
this.
is kind of hard to kill this Brewmaster. Chains in from behind, tossed over. DeCollis in the back end, but here comes Quinn. Epicenter is coming out. Burrow Strike, it's a complete whip, but the Epicenter is doing some damage here. Still, though, the BKB is going strong for Parivision. Satanic and no one are able to deal with the pressure, no problem. X goes out, catches Quinn. Quinn pulled back into the Torrent, and a Burrow Strike up in a second. Will he get a chance to use it? Into the Sandstorm he goes. Satanic hits him with the Tidebringer. Almost enough damage. No one's going to run after him. Denied by the Ice Path of Malady.
Might still look for Ace. No, he's going to back off. Too much sustain right now in this lineup. You're getting hit by the Mage Slayer. Everyone's getting their damage reduced. There's a Pipe, Mech, Darkseer behind everybody getting boat rummed. Just cannot deal the damage, and Watson is not at a point where he's dealing the deeps. Still looking for that Shadow Blade. He is simply an Echo Saber S&Y tiny. It's just not good enough at this point in the game. And you're doing all this 5v4 against 9 class with dead.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you didn't have Jakiro for like the first half of that, but man, the strength of these 3 cores together really causing Gaimin some problems. They need to find a way to scale in this game.
His Kunkka is getting really far ahead. Level 20 soon.
Oh, yeah.
Which I guess is not a notable talent for carry Kunkka, but
Admiral is on board.
Does get to play with this high tide as well. It's kind of cool in this carry Kunkka.
yeah.
You can get some really, really fast Tidebringers in the fight. And he's starting to pick up that physical.
Wonder if what Brewlings count as. They count as heroes for that, then he cleaves them. He's going to get a Tidebringer back real quick.
Do not think the Brewlings do not count as hero units. Okay, no way.
Parivision will take Roshan uncontested. Gaimin Gladiators give it up. Is Gaimin Gladiators waiting on something? I suppose it's BKB for the Tiny.
Yeah, he gave up on the Shadow Blade, going conservative for the BKB. Yeah, that's it in the short term. BKB on the Sand King, I guess, as well.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, yeah. That's going to happen sometimes.
I like the death summary.
Yeah, armlet toggle, armlet toggle, armlet toggle.
20 seconds of him killing himself with the armlet, and then 1 spell for 130 damage. All right, you have another 5-on-4 if you're gaming.
Well,
it
is in Aegis, so it's kind of a 5-on-5. Toss over, Epicenter hits on a DM. DM easily able to survive through this one, and the vacuum boat is going to go out. They both have to pop BKB. Watson and Quinn don't really kill anything, though. And no one's just hitting Jakiro this entire time. Now they hit him with a Burrow Strike. Got him in the toss as well. He dies, but these Tidebringer hits are clean in house. Satanic hit after hit. He gets one of the kills. That was on the support, but the core slipped away. Quinn, he was able to get out. Now he's going to go back in. Thinking about the Burrow Strike. Feels like they've got the kill, and he's right about that.
Watson having an impact, finding his mark in a super good fight for Gaimin. The BKB timing was right on the dot as you dodge that boat. You're able to, take Darkseer out of the fight. The Brewmaster takes one of the supports out of the fight. The Terrorblade's not there because he killed himself with Armlet. And you just get to wear through this Kunkka twice. He can't do it all on his own. Big damage impact from Watson overall. That's the fight you're looking for. BKB timing immaculate.
Problem is they're missing their Terrorblade.
Yeah.
Cut to Terrorblade, armlet toggling solo on the map again.
Was this even the necessary build this game? That's another question.
No.
He just needs the blink. He just needs
Brother,
the blink.
please stop this.
Oh, he's going to get him.
Hey, Watson's like,
Oh my God, he died!
get treed, bitch! You deserve that.
That's so stupid. He just walked into Avalanche and then got hit by a tree.
9 class, why do you do this, man? Oh, I mean, he makes games interesting to watch. I'll tell you that much.
This is just stupid. I do not approve. You've gone too far. You're gonna break. You know what this man has been through right here? No one. He's, you know, he had a prime. He fell off for 20 years. He has to resurge. He builds a team from nothing. He finally starts winning, and then you're gonna mentally break him again. Like, why? He doesn't deserve this.
He's probably going through his contacts right now. I wonder what Roger's up to nowadays. He still play?
Actually, he does. Yeah. He's not armleting anymore.
He's not. And he's going to need to do some amazing armlet toggling to get out of this situation. As he gets off the Sunder at half HP.
Got him.
And Gaimin Gladiators,
and he's
okay, they'll commit something.
Okay, well, he's only 1 in 7, though. That's not too bad.
That's true. We've seen worse. But this is only 30 minutes into the game. We've seen another 9 class game go 70+ minutes with his Terrorblade. So
he's just making space, Austin.
He is making some kind of space.
Oh, nice toss.
Already half HP, Watson has to use the BKB now, and they're going to walk through the wall. Not a great place for Gaimin Gladiators. On the retreat, trying to get back. Now the BKB is worn thin, and Watson, he's going to die here. Satanic can get him on the X, and he does manage to get him back. Pulled back in. Torrent, a little bit more HP, and no one gets him. Remnants onto him, gets that kill. Meanwhile, the Primal Split did lay waste to the back line. Shadow Shaman gets killed, but that's all he's going to get out of it. Let's see if he can get out of here. TP away. Nope. Croaker, X, Torrent, plenty of stuns available.
Croaker always has your back.
That's true.
That's effectively a team wipe here. Again, 4v5. No presence from 9 class, but your cores just run them down. The Tiny Bean low. I guess the Tiny Bean half HP from the Thunder earlier made a big difference.
Yeah, that didn't help. And then they also used Epicenter to kill 9 class. So
I guess 9 class won that fight if you think about it. He boomed him. They were talking to Gaimin later in the locker. That 9 class, he boomed us.
He boomed me. He's too damn good.
He's just too good. He boomed us. I thought when he was 1 in 10, we had it. It was his plan all along. And now he's carrying a gem.
Why?
He just doesn't want to get caught glimmering in.
He just doesn't want to get caught.
We all know he's just going to feed this away. Yeah. We all know.
This is only giving more to Gaimin Gladiators.
You know what the next level play is? As they'll catch Quinn here and kill him.
He's very dead. Yeah.
The absolute next level play is you drop the gem in like a lane, and someone goes to pick it up, and then you Thunder kill them from 0 HP. That is
motherfucker.
That's a trap right there. Someone needs to tell this man.
He needs to leave it right outside the Roshan pit, and he's inside the Roshan pit. I mean, that was the old strategy, right? The old strategy with Terrorblade was you go into the Roshan pit with Dagon, you kill yourself on Roshan, get yourself low against Roshan.
I actually believe in this gem trap strat. Like, I would do it.
There's no way you would do that.
I would do it.
There's no way somebody would fall for it.
I think they absolutely would. What are you talking about?
But there's no way. You just see a gem.
So you see a gem on the ground, and you're thinking, oh boy, I'm not gonna touch that. Every Dota player's gonna go, a gem on the ground. It died in some fight and we forgot about it.
There's no way. On a professional game, there's no way.
I guarantee you it would work the first time. 100%. There's no way you think about that. There's no way. I'm telling you, missed opportunity. Missed opportunity.
The way you're describing
we'll let it go.
Professional Dota players playing for millions of dollars. Ooh, piece of candy.
By the way, level 25 done for Satanic. He has the Tidebringer cleave damage. He
Big.
has Daedalus finished.
Big.
This boy is a beast right now.
4,000 HP. He thick.
Radiant are scanning.
He is absolutely thick.
Got an X
Oh,
on
boy.
Quinn before the blink away. See if he can pro strike out of this. He will. Still, though, slight chains. Vacuum back into the wall. And one Tidebringer hit. Will bring down the Jakiro. They'll pick up Tofu as well. No one's diving deep into the base with his shield rune.
But
And
where?
once again, the Primal Split is trying to kill supports in the back line, but there's nobody else doing anything for Gaimin Gladiators.
This Primal Split's not doing anything.
That is true.
It did literally nothing.
Dire's
And Watson, he can't enter the fight because he doesn't know where the Terror Blade is.
Yeah, that's true.
It's like, guys, I need eyes on 9 class.
Dire's top barracks are under attack. Dire
That's just a Rax. That was way too easy.
It was pretty damn easy. Not particularly inspiring Sand King, I would say, this game.
He is.
Oh my god.
He struggled.
Oh my.
This is where you drop the gem right there,
Oh my
right there on the lid.
God. All right. He is not going to get Watson. Watson's spider senses are tingling.
Step lively now. Your admiral is on board.
More XP. Don't
I
mind
bet.
if I do.
I bet what's going to happen, 9 class is going to blink to Sunder Watson, and he's going to get cleave hit. Like, Watson's just going to be hitting a creep wave, and the cleave hit, somehow 9 class is just going to die.
Okay, that's a fair prediction. Would you like my prediction?
Yeah.
I think he's going to do absolutely nothing and Parivision will win. that's my prediction. He will be incredibly useless, but they will still win the fight because this Kunkka is a beast right now. No Primal Split available for 15 seconds here. Arcane in the river is too
picked up
tempting.
by DM. Too quick with it. Quinn could not
no
get
one.
the Arcane Rune. Here comes no one with his Shivas. Got locked down, hit him with the toss. Now Quinn has to drop the epicenter.
On what?
That
the-
class goes in and hits the Sunder.
We got him.
He dies, but still, he brought Watson low. I don't think Parivision, they've got this team fight easily. With Watson losing 90% of his HP
He
from
boomed
one
him.
play from the support. Nice burrow strike, finished off one, but still, Parivision, their cores easily pushed through.
He boomed him again.
Watson with the buyback is trying to make his way to this team fight. They do not want to give Roshan to Parivision.
You can't give Roshan to him while you're losing these fights every single time. But what do you have left to take this with no BKB on the Tiny, no Primal Split? You have a Sand King buyback with recall. You really want to commit.
is under attack.
Gotta do something with this Tiny buy. Top lane's pushing in as well. You're on the clock.
Not going to do a damn thing. And is that a second Daedalus?
That is
That
a
is a second Daedalus.
Second Daedalus. He's hitting for 500 base. These
I
are
mean,
gonna be-
all that's left is breaking apart this Radiance for a Divine Rapier. You got full attacker Kunkka. 1,100 damage crits. Those are regular hits, not Tidebringer ones.
I mean, pretty nice synergy with this Thunder play, right? You blink in under the Tiny, he gets hit by a Tidebringer, he's just dead.
Are scanning.
There it is, 1,600 damage with the Tidebringer.
And Aegis on no one, also level 25, so he has the Sleight of Fist charge. He has his Ags running. He's been an absolute menace. Gaimin supports just cannot play the fight. There's no way. This guy is way too strong.
Watson trying to get his first Daedalus. He's a full Daedalus behind.
Dire are
Not a good
scanning.
place to be. As 9 class continuing to
Illusion.
be on the prowl. My prediction was wrong, though. He did do something.
He did a big something. He did the biggest something. Tofu pulling the Soul Squad down to this bottom lane area to help out Ace. He'll bring another one, too. Dakalis will get run down here. No One's just trying to pick up 1 kill for this, thanks to his Aghanim Scepter. He's
recall.
pretty mobile. Got him in the toss. Burrow Strike, follow up with the Ice Path. They got him.
All right, what can Gaimin do here in the
Second
corner?
life, Epicenter coming up. Can Quinn do enough here with this Epicenter? Locks it down. PKB goes off from No One, shrugging off the damage. Primal Split goes out from Ace. Trying to figure out what to do here. Toss back, Burrow Strike onto 2. They're struggling on the damage, though. Satanic hasn't been touched, man. He is cleaving down hero after hero. Got the 2 cores, and I think that just might be GG. Meanwhile, 9 class is still...
He's just staying. He's
There's
just
no
sitting
heroes on the map, 9 class.
Why would he not even TP for this?
The only hero in the game is bottom. What are you doing?
Why isn't even he hitting the building? They're all dead. Like, who are you waiting for? I don't get this. He's waiting for someone to buy back and kill the wave just so he can get him. Just so he can boom him one last time. A true 4v5.
Oh my God. He's gonna go with in. He's gonna get him. He's gonna get him. He's gonna get him. He got him.
And it did nothing.
It did nothing.
He looks shocked.
A trip back to base for Tofu.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Not even required.
Imagine being so good you can just win 4v5.
No one's just sitting there like, what is this guy?
True 4v5.
Dire's bottom tower
What a demoralizing game for Gaimin.
Yeah.
Maybe the real strat is just the mental damage.
Well,
To both teams.
Dire's bottom tower.
I mean, no one is chilled out since his younger days, you know? You put this 9 class on a team with no one 10 years ago on that VP squad, there's no way.
Someone's getting murdered.
Yes, there's no way they're surviving.
That manager's got 911 on speed dial with that squad. There's no way. You're right. He's matured. He's grown. He's like, son, I've been getting grief for decades. You're going to have to try harder than that.
Dire's middle tower
You think you're the
is under
first
attack.
support to never show up to a team fight? No.
I just can't believe he just... Oh. Well, that just happened. Divine Rapier,
One
crit.
shot. He got hit for 4K. 4K physical damage.
Tofu got hit so hard he died 2
Yeah,
times over.
he just died in this game and the next one.
It just starts off first blood to Satanic. Oh, another one! I mean, at this point, Satanic's just farming a highlight reel. Let them leave their fountain, guys. I can get another one.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
How have they not GG'd out of this game?
Well,
What is
I
happening?
mean, they're determined that they can kill Satanic once, and they can get a Divine Rapier, and maybe... Oh, God!
Jeez,
3/4 of his HP! That wasn't a Sunder. That was just Satanic. Ace, he's a tough cookie to crack, that's for certain, but eventually you gotta
the
do
cook
some
was
damage,
coming.
and it's certainly not coming from the epicenter. Got him on the ice pass, Satanic. He still has BKB.
One hit
He
needs
gonna
another
pop
tiebreaker.
it, though.
Needs another
Surrounded
hit.
by heroes, gets up. Okay, Sunder to be able to help him out now, but activates BKB. Satanic is going to be up in a second. He is good, he's clean, and he is going to wipe out even the Brewlings if necessary. Back to the form, Ace. They'll call GG, hoping the Ace will survive.
Dear God. Nope. That was a slaughter. The Satanic show. Or the No One show. I don't know how you
Oh,
look
the
at it.
Night Class show.
No. Instead, we are blessed with a Game 2, Austin. No one thought we were going to get a Game 2,
No one thought
but we are here,
We
where
are
anything is
indeed.
possible.
Against all expectations, Game 2
And it's going to
will
be a hype.
commence of Parivision.
There's the odds.
Gaimin Gladiators.
Parivision
Those are
favored.
odds. Thank you.
I think the community would favor Parivision.
I think they would favor them.
But
just a
do
little
you
bit.
favor them, Austin Walsh?
Yeah, I mean,
Make a decision right now. Right
yeah,
now, Austin.
I am
Who do you
all
favor?
in. Parivision 2-0.
Wow. Biased caster, everybody.
I mean, they already got first blood, and look at 9class with the body blocks.
my.
Oh, that was nasty. Oh,
Didn't get
hit him with the whip his ass.
Okay, chill on that. Let's save it for later. He's still looking. What's he looking for?
I can't believe he didn't dagger, man. He actually tamed the beast level 1.
You gotta win that rune fight.
And they won the rune fight. It got them the first blood. And it is getting DM solo lane for now.
I think he's already had more impact than he did on that Terrorblade the entirety of last game.
Come on, man. Come on. He had that one Sunder.
He had the
play.
one Sunder. Yes, he did.
He had the one
Can't live on
Sunder.
these moments forever. I'm happy to see him on an actual support hero.
Okay.
And they'll give the Terrorblade to the carry. Satanic Siggy. Gaimin got baited again. They were probably ready for the support Terrorblade. No, now it's the carry one.
Gotcha.
Is it that great of a carry Terrorblade game, though? I would say no. Not good versus Puck, not good versus Morta, not great versus Tidehunter. Elder Titan owns this hero. And the Ursa matchup, that's like his one matchup you can say, okay, you can do some work there, but
Yeah.
it's not anything to write home about. Ursa can play really fast, he can take Roshan.
I mean, it's a good Ursa game in other contexts, so, you know.
For sure. This was a first pick Ursa as well, by the way.
Yeah.
It was their big Darkseer counter. This hero is amazing versus Darkseer. Did he get punished enough? I feel like he did not. I feel like they got away with this first pick Ursa a little bit. I like what Gaimin have here in this game, too. I do. I think they're going to scale really well with the ET Tide. I think they have big Roshan threat. They have a lot of burst potential. They have a lot of control in teamfight. This is a tough lineup to teamfight into. Way harder than last game. So Parivision are going to have to continue to step up, but we have seen that they are capable of winning with any lineup. They are capable of winning 4v5. They're probably capable of winning 3v5.
9class with the boots windlace first. Good luck to the Elder Titan. Nice glimpse back. Ace is dead. A second kill for Parivision. No rebuttal.
The one thing they have going for them is they have some really nice direct answers to some of Gaimin's heroes. And this Disruptor, kind of a niche pick these days, but really nice Disruptor. Static Storm could really wreak some havoc here. Really nice spell versus the Tidehunter, of course, but this AoE Silence versus the Ursa and the Puck could also be pretty nasty. And you combine it with some easy setup here. Pango rolling in. Maybe you land a whip on somebody.
Dude, this lane looks miserable for Malady. He's either fighting into Ion Shell, he's chasing after a Ringmaster who's going to dagger him and kite him around constantly. Watson's definitely going to have to do the heavy lifting here, but the other lane's going very well for Parivision. 19 and 13 for Satanic. The Tidehunter matchup may not be the best for the Terrorblade, but especially with this Krill Eater facet. Early lane definitely still goes Terrorblade.
I would agree, especially when you have that glimpse potential like we saw.
Yeah.
I will say this bottom lane I think should have gone better for Malady, but you had a really fast boots on this Ringmaster who got all the extra gold from that early exchange. He was actually highest net worth out of that rune fight.
Yeah.
So 9class basically came to lane with boots. That changes that matchup for ET a lot.
For sure.
Mid, very even.
All right, I got a question for you, Avery. Player-wise,
questions.
not hero matchup, player-wise,
Michael Jordan.
is this the worst matchup for Quinn in the game?
Who, no one?
Yeah.
No.
Okay, who is?
Miracle. Obvious. Stupid question.
Okay, all right. That's not a
Of
real
all the
answer.
top tier mids,
Yeah.
are you talking about just laning or the entire game?
I mean, I would say a large part of it comes from laning, because that is supposed to be Quinn's expertise.
Dead.
I feel like every single time I watch this matchup, I feel like I am always seeing no one work Quinn.
I don't think it's his worst. I think no one has definitely shown up in this year, particularly laning wise. But I don't think Quinn is afraid of him. I think Maureen has had Quinn's number a couple of times, especially since they're both kind of cheesy players.
Okay.
Who gets Huskar?
Still has the Lotus. Tofu will have to use it. Meanwhile, Malady gets the kill on 9class. Looks like some backlaning shenanigans goes wrong for Parivision.
Level 3 for the ET also. It's really, really strong on this hero in the lane.
Is DM still dead? I think he is.
Dyer's
Ursa,
Run
if
down.
he can get his claws on him, will slow him down with the Orb of Frost, and a TP will be the only thing that saves his life.
That's very close. Very close. That lane going well for Gaimin. Other two lanes, not so hot. They need to make it up elsewhere.
Ace, good silence, but DeCallis still got the glimpse, and Ace is gonna die again.
Rough.
This matchup is getting out of hand.
Pseudo tri-lane to put a little more pressure on him and boost this Satanic Terrorblade up. This Terrorblade is getting massive off the laning phase. 16 denies as well. Oh boy. Scary stuff if you are a Gaimin fan. All three of them. Do you think Gaimin is less hated now than they were when they were winning everything?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I'd agree.
Because they're not ruining grand finals anymore.
Wow.
Dire structures are fortified.
Power rune, 6 minutes. Quinn jumps in and, well, saved by no one getting a little stuck there. As it stands, power rune for nobody. Tofu denied it.
It's all even across the board. Looks like Watson in the 1-on-2. There's no punish from Parivision.
Will say I haven't seen this combination, I think, ever. Disruptor Ringmaster support duo. Because since this hero's been in the game, Disruptor kind of hasn't. But it does seem kind of interesting. Every single time you glimpse, you're going to be able to pre-cast Tame the Beast. Maybe combo that with the wheel. The wheel maybe setting up into a Static Storm, easy kinetic field opportunities.
You can also dagger for vision.
Oh, yeah.
Dagger someone for vision, glimpse them back, hit by Tame the Beast. You put the field down, you put the wheel down, you can't run away from the wheel, you Static Storm them, can't do anything while you're under the wheel, then you imprison somebody.
What spell is imprisoning?
No, it's just there. Fight for the Wisdom Shrine.
Here comes Watson, though. Watson might still be able to win this for them. Never mind, glimpsed away.
Wallace has done some work early. 1-0-4, secures the shrine. He's having a pretty solid game on this Disruptor. Really set the Terrorblade up. Now he's rotating around, trying to get some action going on. Debilitated this Tidehunter, and he's going to have some impact in the team fights with Static Storm. He's made this pick work.
Yeah.
I think he is the real X factor here for Parivision, this support duo. They can control the Ursa and the Tide in the fights, eventually catch this puck. That's a huge turning point in this game in terms of Parivision winning the 5-on-5, and it's going to enable the Terrorblade to come in and deal the damage. The control has to be there.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Ace really trying to get aggressive on Satanic. The rest of his team is running in. They hit the stomp. Satanic, will he get the opportunity to sunder? A silence doesn't. Oh, it does last long enough. The dead shot that followed up, interrupting the cast animation of Sunder. Well played by Tofu.
Even rotated Watson back up there. We've seen a lot more gate rotations from Watson.
Yes.
Felt like the team sat down and said, we need you to play like Doraccio.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And he seems to have taken that to heart.
Which, of course, whenever you sit a player down and tell him he needs to play someone else, it's always worked out.
It has. The history of Dota, it's gone very well.
Double stomp here.
Watson trying to chase after the Ringmaster. With the help of Quinn, they'll be able to get that much, but they're going to be fighting into a Rolling Thunder. Dangerous. Ace, who's only level 4, does still have his Kraken Shell. He's going to be hard to bring down in this last little bit underneath tower. He doesn't even have to pop it. Now here comes Watson and Quinn. Quinn taking a lot of damage from the Terrorblade. Has to abandon ship, jump straight into the shield crash of the Pango.
Ooh, that's a bad death for Quinn.
That was, he just straight up got right-clicked to death as a puck.
That is not how his teamfight impact is supposed to go down. Level 30 puck player, you had coil up, you have everything you're supposed to be elusive at this point in the game before the supports have ultis. You just died at Terrorblade. Not pretty.
Terrible death. I mean, they got to get Ace to level 6. I mean, they got to get Ace to a point where he can actually challenge this Terrorblade. As it stands, it's going the other way around the entire time. Well, the coil will finally get used. Going to be used to kill DM. It's once again trying to backlaning. Tofu, not level 6. No way to protect himself against the physical damage. Will die on the other side of the map.
You cannot keep giving these kills to this Terrorblade. It's making this game so difficult down the stretch. Satanic is going to run away with this amount of gold injection. At least you find something with this coil. Quinn needed it. And I guess the upside for Gaimin is this Ursa's also having a really nice game here. 2-0 2-star for Watson.
He is, yeah.
Pretty far for a first pick Ursa. He's living the life.
Yeah, he should be highest net worth. It's just that Satanic has been overfed.
It's a fair assessment. They gifted a few here. Did get ganked once, but man. That rune fight in the early laning set him up for success. It's going to be big and bad. Still looking for ult here if you're Parivision. Support ultis would open up the aggression a lot. Gaimin also looking for theirs. Not as necessary. They just need levels on Ace. I mean, that is, again, the guy suffering here in this early game, and he's not going to be able to catch up as quickly as the Darkseer or contribute as much map pressure while he does it.
He's so underleveled because Satanic has 32 denies.
Yeah, he was just denying the entire laning phase. It's absurd.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's almost as much DS as Ace has. It was a rough start for him. On the hero, remember that this was the hero Gaimin found some success with in the last month or two.
Yep.
It was their go-to offlaner.
That was the Blast Slam 2 that they actually got to the grand finals. Was that the Tide tournament?
That was the Tide spam. Diffusal already done.
And part of the reason that we're for Gaimin Gladiators, short tournament. Didn't have to play too many games. This DreamLeague definitely tests
What does that mean?
your depth as a team.
Well, you're saying they don't have the gutso to go all the way? A team that made it to the TI finals twice, once by slogging through the lower bracket in 5 consecutive matches. You were saying they don't have what it takes to go all the way?
Yeah, that is what I'm saying.
Bold statement, Walsh.
Glimpse back into the fence, and Satanic comes in to clear out the tower.
Easy move for Parivision. With this super fast diffusal on no one, they are not afraid of any fight right now. And that'll give them support ultis both online, Wheel and Static Storm.
They just get more and more dangerous, and they are well set up for the Tormentor at this point in 3 minutes.
You get an Arcane Rune for Quinn. Super nice find here. If you can finish the Switchblade, take a fight with both. You have a Ravage potentially available. Ace decides to skill it. Just catching up on the farm right now. And Pango TP top. They have Ringmaster up here. They want to catch the Tide again.
And he is caught. No doubt about it. How does the...
No game at all.
Can you not cleanse off the wheel? I bet you can, right? The taunt just probably persists.
I think you can. Because you get taunted into it, but if you dispel the taunt.
Okay, so you think that he'll just be able to walk away midway through the wheel charge up?
I mean, I think it depends when he gets the dispel.
Sure. Well, it didn't happen there. We'll keep an eye on it.
Or maybe not, I guess.
I think it's just like a
taunts,
constant
right?
reapplying taunt.
Yeah, you can't dispel taunts, as far as I know. So like if you axe call him, you can't do anything.
Oh, right. Okay.
So if it's truly coded like a taunt, which I assume it is, then yeah, he actually shouldn't be able to. So does that make both their support ultis just Ace can't do anything? That's really rough.
Yeah, if you've lost your lane to the Terrorblade, and you've got multiple heroes that can deal with your blubber cleanse nonsense, this is not a Tidehunter who's going to be able to frontline for you.
And that is a big problem.
Because it's not just the support ultimates, right? It's also Rolling Thunder. Rolling Thunder is another answer to Tidehunter because you can keep him chain stun. He cleanses it off and he just gets re-Rolling Thundered again.
They need the frontline this game. There's nobody else who could do it other than Ursa with Aegises. We're a ways away from that.
9 class, look at how aggressive he's getting. He's actually going to try for the kill. And no one is here to help him collect.
Man, that's a feels bad man death if you're Malady. Like, what's going
next
on?
to my tier 2.
Where am I supposed to play?
Well, what about my stacks?
Well, no one's going to take him with an amp damage. This game is escalating pretty fast for Parivision. Still a free farming Ursa with Battle Fury. He's getting big. Have to be able to contest Roshan with this Ursa, though. If Roshan goes Parivision's way, man, you're in trouble. Because then you really have no frontliner in this game. And I just don't see where Ace is going to find the farm. Like, he just lost his triangle, lost the stacks. There's no vision there. He's just been farming the 2 side camps and the occasional wave that comes in.
Yeah.
What is that, like 300 GPM? I mean,
didn't we have this conversation after Thailand? We were talking about what teams would be effective against Parivision. And I think one of the teams we said maybe Falcons and their play style might match up. We also said Gaimin Gladiators, right? Didn't we say the Gaimin Gladiators, classic Gaimin Gladiators would just like go up to your high ground, you wouldn't be able to do the split pushing, and it might be effective against them?
no, I said Gaimin is good if they can tri-lane mid.
Well,
In their old school, just keep rotating supports mid and ruin no one's game. If they succeed in that style, I think that style can be good for Parivision.
sure.
Because their supports,
Because
You know-
they're very dependent on no one.
they're dependent on no one's playmaking initiation usually.
Early on, yeah.
And the supports are generally weaker than a lot of support duos you're going to pick in the early game. This, I think, is a rare example where they're not necessarily, but when you have these support Terrorblades or Slarks or whatever garbage,
Yeah, it's like lacking in it.
in theory, this 3-on-3 mid should be very favorable for you. I think a lot of time, Gaimin has just not had a favorable matchup for Quinn mid. Some of that's Parivision flexing these heroes around and making sure they have options on what to give no one last. Like last game, they last picked that Ember, right? There's not much you can do about it. It's tough to get these favorable matchups, and their supports have not played around mid as much as they used to on this roster.
Almost stole it away with the stomp there.
That was close, yeah. Little disruptor shard, though.
But yeah, as it stands, Gaimin Gladiators just keep on getting destroyed in the laning phase. And they have been given no momentum to get things going. 5,000 net worth lead for Parivision in game 2. Nice dead shot, but this is Night Class, who so farmed he's got a Glimmer Cape. He is not easily killed.
Doesn't tick out.
He actually survives. Damn. A dead shot? Oh, he tried. He tried.
There's a hasted Ursa here with Blink. Watson can join this fight.
Is under attack.
Gaimin want to take it? Nope. Too afraid of the static storm. But you're going to have to get the Ursa involved in this game very soon. Cannot AFK for too much longer. Need to start pressuring the Roshan, forcing Parivision to think about it and thinking of having to teamfight you. You also got a Blink first on the Tide. Ace eventually got there, so your teamfight's online. If you can land a big Ravage here in
this could be a massive Ravage if they just went straight to that mid lane area. Ace making the call.
Man.
Time to head in. Dakalis is...
Oh, they see him.
Bot Dakalis. This is a good jump. Ravage goes out. Immediately the Disruptor already killed. Wheel goes out. Nice stomp to follow it up. Earth Splitter goes out. Satanic is in perfect line with his vacuum wall. He's not being allowed to just sit there and swing on them. Gaimin Gladiators got the initiation, and it goes terribly wrong.
The stomp was not there on time, did not land, and then you're just in a world of pain. Stuck under this Wheel of Wonder, vacuum wall. You can't move, you can't do anything. No static storm, and your Ursa still just gets completely controlled. Rolling Thunder in that river as well is deadly when you don't have control for it. Not the fight Gaimin we're looking for with this Blink Tide reveal. And now this Terrorblade's even farther ahead, man.
I mean, what, that was just execution error? Did they over...
I think that jump is
commit
just
too many resources to killing the Disruptor?
a little executional, I think. If you can stomp directly after Ravage and Earth Splitter there, you have a chance to burst 2 instead of 1.
Yeah.
But I just don't know. I just don't think that jump is good enough. I think you have to find a better target.
Coil, Static Storm going to be used in response. Quinn does manage to get out of the silence, but Watson's not so lucky. And Satanic is not to be trifled with right now. He's got Manta, he's got his shard. Ace is going to punch forward and try and finish off, and they do manage to get him. The Ringmaster falls. Now Ace backs away after that pick. DM is coming in.
Glimpse available.
See if they can get the glimpse back. They do. Got it on Ace. Not much to follow that up.
Pango's
Still
coming
trying
in,
to
though.
chase him. Reflection to slow him down. Yeah, Pango coming in from behind with the Rolling Thunder. That'll definitely be Ace falling. Eventually, though, he's going to get some damage done onto Dakalis, and Quinn's getting a little bit of free space, though now stuck in the vacuum, surrounded by illusions. He's going to have to make a jump for it.
No one did not finish off the ET on the backside as well. Not able to escape. No one takes a lot of damage on the exit. So Gaimin salvaged that escape a little bit versus a disruptor lineup.
A little bit.
But you're still not winning the fight, and you're not getting closer to this Roshan. Every time you lose these exchanges, that Roshan gets further and further away from Watson's hands.
At this rate, you're kind of banking on this next Ravage turning Gaimin Gladiators fade around. Otherwise, might be Parivision who gets the first Roshan of the game.
The problem is you are trying to win a fight with Ravage into follow-up versus Pike Mech on this.
This is a big opening. Trying to finish off no one here. Throw out the wheel to stop some of the follow-up here. Does that save no one's life?
Dead shot
I think
missed.
it did. Quinn's still going to try and jump after him, but look at all the heal he got. Stomp on 2. Quinn has to blink back. I mean, the opening was there, but the follow-up completely stopped by 9 class and that great wheel, and now they're going to get a glimpse back. It's going to be Parivision who get the pick off instead as Malady glimpsed back to his death. Here comes the Rolling Thunder. Malady's not dead yet. Finally, the Rolling Thunder will roll him over. No one's actually taken a decent amount of damage here. He's got to be a little bit careful. Satanic, walk in the middle. Ravage goes out, finishes off no one. Now they turn attention towards Satanic, who cannot get out. Tried to Manta, but there was a follow-up silence from Quinn. Perfect timing there. 3 end up falling on Parivision. And sure enough, Gaimin Gladiators, they put all their hopes on this next Ravage turning their fate around, and it helps. They win a fight, they get a tower, and now they're going to get Roshan.
That felt over-cocky. The way they're forcing that exchange, such a low HP pool on this Pangolier, just getting greedy with the fight. If you win that fight, you might just win the game because you're snowballing so much. Instead, you throw a lot away. Get an easy Ravage kill to Ace, and no Thunder. Very awkward with the Manta because he was about to get Escape Act. And the Manta self-dodged the Escape Act as well, so 9 class can't bail him out, and then he gets re-silenced anyway. That was your Pipe Mech Darkseer, who, in theory, should give you like an auto teamfight win in the 5-on-5. Huge swing in this game. Now you have an Aegis to play with. You gave it to the Puck. Quinn can get super aggressive. You're going to have BKB on the Ursa soon. That is a big window back in this game. Gaming can get a little more off of that. They're going to keep scaling up the damage with this Elder Titan.
Yeah, soon Watson's going to have BKB, and then he can just mow down Satanic. Just chase after him with the BKB. No chance ever turn around Sunder.
You have a Surge Disengage. That's about it.
That's
I guess Escape Act.
Yeah, I guess at some point in time he's probably going to need Nullifier just for the saves that Parivision.
Oh yeah, 100% Nullifier. Versus Darkseer Ringmaster, way too juicy to not go Nullifier at some point. And you have Puck to boost up your late game damage. You shouldn't be afraid of scaling here if you're gaming.
Okay. What's Ace go next? He's got 2,300 gold. Back to Auras?
Yeah, you could just go the Vlad's Pipe here.
He wants
that
Ags.
nature. You could go. He does like this Ags build. He's thinking about it. A lot more aggressive, a lot more synergy with the Ursa Puck jumping in and scaling up that physical damage. Some nice synergy with the ET as well. Yeah, he's going to commit for it. I don't mind it here. I don't think the aura is doing you too much more. You're just trying to scale at this point. You're not playing some aura timing push lineup anymore.
Tofu, gonna be Static Storm, so his ultimate is usually a really good counter to the Pango, but Takalis makes sure that is not an option. And that will help push no one to his own Aghanim Scepter.
You gotta be wary about how much gold you give Takalis in this game. He eventually can get to an Ags here.
Yeah.
He's gonna stop for Yules first. Super nice item in this game versus the Ursa, the Puck. Even this Tide, just guaranteed setup into the Static Storm. But this Ags later, it's tough to fight into for any lineup. Especially when you don't have a safe.
Yeah, it's true. They will never really have that.
Wish you had Shadow Demon. Oh, this Smoke could just run into this Darkseer. Maybe 9 class on the way out. He got clipped by that.
He does not know that he is running away from the Puck into the rest of Gaimin Gladiators.
Got no one's courier on top of it, which he finished up the Ags on the way there, so he's not missing that item. Big finish for him. That leads to a tower. Some gold off of this Aegis period. Gaimin continuing to recover this game.
I think this is the second hard part, though, about Parivision. Even if you walk away from the lanes in decent shape, which they're still down 4K, can you deal with the map pressure that Parivision always puts on their opponents? It always feels like you're struggling to deal with the waves that are pushing in, and as you deal with that, you get picked off by these little 2- or 3-man kill squads that they have out there.
I like Puck for stat, though. He's a really hard hero to catch around the map, and he gets lanes out incredibly fast. They gave him Aegis for a reason. It means Quinn can shove more aggressively as well. That's your biggest answer to the lane shove between the TB and the Darkseer for sure. And he's thinking about the Nullifier. Okay.
It's Quinn. This hero is so close by.
I don't know if I like Nullifier on the Puck here.
Yeah, that's just such a natural Ursa item.
I mean, one, it's a natural Ursa item. Yeah, you'd like to get a faster MKB on him to deal with Terrorblade Butterfly.
I just feel like the Terrorblade is not the biggest factor, actually. Escape backed and then breaking the coil, taking less damage as a result. Still locked down by the anchor, but yeah, this guy is super hard to bring down. They're still throwing spells at him, and he's still not dead. The Earth Splitter tries to get him. Nope, whoopee cushion. Get out of that one for free.
He tanked so much damage. He had another strongman tonic, by the way.
Oh, yeah. Those tonics are busted.
I mean, that is a Pavis Glimmer Cape Essence Ringmaster. With strongman tonic, whoopee cushion, escape back into another potential tonic. A menace of a hero to kill in these situations.
And there you have it. A gold loss on the Aegis for Gaimin Gladiators.
Oof.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
I mean, isn't part of the point of this Terrorblade Tidehunter matchup is he's going to be neutered by the Tidehunter's existence? So do you really need the Ursa to be able to...
Oh, Yules.
Good attempt, but major. Fortunately, hits the neutrals rather than Quinn himself. Quinn trying to dance away. Oh, his TP gets canceled. Now phase shift into Blink. He does have the Blink up. Might have a chance here if he can just jump to the orb after the glimpse, and he does manage to do so. Another orb coming up in a second. I think he is home free.
Must you hit that?
Another glimpse. Oh, they're going to try for it. He's going to blink away. Another orb is up. Oh, that is so much wasted time for Parivision. Still looking for him. Still has a chance. Okay, they have him. I think they have him. They've got him. All right. Jesus. Took forever, but they got there in the end.
That's a massive commitment for a massive chase. What did Gaimin get out of this?
Look at we've got a Wisdom Shrine. That's what he got out of it.
It's not insignificant here. That's your big map control hero in the Puck. Every time he's dead, his map is going to collapse really fast. And already Parivision looking mid, invis on no one.
Thinking about making a little move here without their Puck being up. He's going to show. He's going to be locked down by the anchor. Escape backed into the wheel again. 9 class with the 6 saves. They still have a chance to be able to kill no one, but now they're walking into the wall, into Satanic, who sitting on the high ground. Might be able to get one off of this one. Ace didn't go anywhere on that glimpse. Or was that on Watts?
Oh, nice 4-man start.
Earth Splitter is going to be really nice.
Yeah,
the Puck is back up into play. If he can get here in time, maybe Gaimin Gladiators, they could turn.
Watson had to BKB that glimpse. Cannot get pulled back there. Call is still looking.
Quinn menacing the back lines. It's no one with a warning shot, and Parivision will start retreating.
You definitely want to go back in here. They just don't have the Ursa BKB. It's a little scary if you go into Vision, you get static stormed.
They're still trying to play around this very deep lane ward.
That was a bold attempt.
Attempt to just walk up and use him.
They have this ward on the lane. That's what they're trying to play around right now.
Yep.
Would hate to give up this area and then let it get dewarded. They do have another lane ward. farther up the river, though. So yeah, they'll lose this one. They have another one. Could catch Gaimin off guard. See if they plant another sentry here. They might. Nope. Tofu's last one. You gotta be careful with it.
Playing for a 30-minute power rune.
They know Gaimin are here.
It's top. And as he's going for that rune, it means Ace is going to be pulled back into the river. Hit by the Tame the Beast, Rolling Thunder, interrupting a lot of these heroes, and they're stuck in a little bit of bowling alley. No one bouncing around. The Taunt will be able to finish off the Tidehunter. No Ravage in this fight, and Watson's just wandering around with his BKB. He can't even take the fight to Satanic, while Quinn is neutered by the Static Storm. He might be able to get away, but his other cores are already dead. His support's fleeing for the hills. Another fight won by Parivision.
And it's the positioning. The ward on mid lets Parivision set up for that. They take the fight at the choke point on the river. Impossible position for Gaimin to commit to, especially when Tidehunter is the first target to get gone on. You didn't even have Ravage available for that fight. Just a bad timing and a bad spot. Now you're down 8k, and this Satanic Terrorblade is going to work on your base. His BKB flying in right now.
If that was your MKB timing on the Ursa, you got nothing for it.
Could not afford to lose that team fight. It cost you so much right here. You might never get to these nullifiers in this game.
Yeah.
Which feels like your real ticket into the fight where you can go on a target, commit for them, all in them with this Ursa lineup.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Parivision getting away with so much right here. They played the team fights damn well. Now they just get to farm, push towards items of their own, nullifier on the Pango, Ags for the Disruptor. There's so many goodies to pick up here.
The next fight for Roshan, Gaimin Gladiators. Again, I guess all hopes on Ace to get a good Ravage, win the fight, get them another Aegis, but that may never happen if they get picked off around the map. Tofu being chain stunned by the Rolling Thunder, so he's definitely dead.
And for a 4 just to seal his fate as the nullifier arrives for the Pangolier. Say goodbye to your Ghost Scepters. They have frustrated no one a bit this game. No more. This Roche is a game ender if it goes to Satanic.
Yeah.
Can't afford to give this up. I think you have to take the rest of the fight here if you're gaming. It's not easy, it's not pleasant, but you gotta do it.
Parivision. They gonna get the opening on Ace again. Hit him with the wheel. Taunted up. Here comes Satanic. They're gonna force this Ravage out of him. Ace trying to run for it. He pops the Ghost Scepter. No one. I think the Nullifier already got used and got worn off, and he throws out the Ravage now. Static Storm got placed right as Quinn jumped into it, so beautiful. Quinn is just dead, and no one, they're not even gonna kill him. Another escape back. The supports just did some work for Parivision there. Beautiful Static Storm, fantastic saves from 9 class.
And that Nullifier on the puck was a couple hundred gold away. What you wouldn't have done to have it there. Let you all in that Pango. I think even if you do, though, that fight does not look pretty.
Yeah, I mean, Satanic is just shredding this Ursa.
I mean, let's get credit where credit's due. Ducalis, he took this game over.
He did.
He has owned them with the glimpses. He owned that top lane. These Static Storms in the fight have been perfect. 1-1-18. I mean, that is a disruptor score right there. Through assist galore. And you're going to get an Ags in this game. You're not even going to need it to close it out.
Yeah, I mean, you use the Ravage. What is Parivision possibly afraid of at this point? They're going to go for full Megas.
Ace did crack in that taunt, but you can get re-taunted. So that was originally how I thought it works, but I don't know if
so
any
it's
other,
exactly what I said at the start.
But what other taunts can you crack it? I guess there's not that many taunts.
Axe, Legion, Winter Wyvern. 2 of those are old.
Maybe it's because it's a... I don't know, actually. It's kind of surprising you can crack it.
Satanic going to work on Roshan. Gaimin Gladiators. I mean, they could contest if they wanted to. They're close enough to do so, but
you have
feels like a death sentence to do so.
I think you have to.
Well, we'll see. Manta dodge on the stomp.
You just
And
gotta
look
go.
at no one.
Pray.
He's gonna hit him with the Rolling Thunder, and it's gonna be a good hit. Doesn't need to be much, just enough to kill the support. Satanic did manage to pick up the Aegis. And Quinn, he tried his best to get in there, take away that extra life. Tofu fighting for his life. Nullified, forced staff, but he's not gonna make it far. Parivision waiting now for their carry to join the fight. Or maybe they can kill Watson without it. Has to BKB, Enrage, TP away. Ace does not have the same luxury.
Yeah, impossible fight. No one knows. He just goes in, creates
Game
space.
over.
That's an easy Roche cleanup. Quinn almost had a snatch. Ends up just dying to Satanic on the backside. Man, Parivision's the port. 2v5 in the game.